Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We're just going to get the virtual tour here of home of the Thunderwolves, man, Niagara County Community College. This is our lobby here. Our athletic department is out of this area. This is H building. That's where our main gym is. We'll get a view of that in a little bit. Walking down the hallway here, we got our fitness center here to the left. To the right, we've got our small gymnasium, mainly keeping our baseball teams and softball teams, golf out of our main gym time. As you can see down here, I kind of got a lot of plaques on the wall from championships in the past. Just want to show you the weight room here. So this is the fitness center. We usually do our strength and conditioning program within these parameters. You know, building a body for yourself is something you need to do at the college level. Something we prepare our guys to do. We've got a strength, agility, explosion program that we think really works for our guys. Something that teaches them the fundamentals, and then they're able to kind of build on their strength from there. Got to have that college-ready body by the time you guys become impact juniors somewhere else. Lots of camaraderie in here. We'll follow down this hallway. I'm gonna try not to enter too many rooms just because of the COVID stuff going on, but this is where our trainer's office is located, right outside the gym and the fitness center. Got a wrestling office, HPE professor, the great Nate Butel in the women's program, both softball and women's basketball. This is where our general locker room is. Nothing special in there. We usually gather in another room for some of our meetings. The baseball team's been here. Phenomenal job. They've gone to plenty of World Series, just about won it a couple times. Wrestling program's been established and very strong since forever. So they have all Americans and moving guys on. This is where they kind of locate for their area. And then we come around to where my office is. Nothing special in here. A lot of film work is done in here. You know, just kind of breaking stuff down for guys. You know, when adversity hits, this is usually where we're doing most of our conversations. This is the gym. My view from my office. Not too bad. As we leave my office, we get right into the main gym. The school's done a nice job of putting, you know, money into the athletics facilities here at Nccc, just into the program directly. We converted over to the Thunderwolves about a decade ago. I think we provide a good college experience and atmosphere. We work well with student life so that we can create that college atmosphere, and then the overall spirit from all the teams, from championships and, you know, college kids out here working as hard as they can. You know, there's a spirit about being a Thunderwolf, and there's a pride there. You know, I think gym availability is an important thing to have here. I think we do a good job of structuring that with the coaches in here. We have a little bit of phys ed classes that take up some time on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but that's just for a few hours in the morning. The rest of the time is basically ours. We do individual development a lot around 1 o'clock, around 3 to 5, and then the coaches will usually come back later in the evening to get shots up. You know, there might be some other times where you're just looking to get on, you know, the shooting machine. We just got the Dr. Dish. It's brand new. You know, plenty of basketball, getting shots up, getting reps in is kind of what makes you better. We leave the main gym here. This is kind of a game time walk right here. You know, leaving practice or heading over the dorms. But here in H116, just a typical classroom. Let's flick some lights on in here. This is where we're doing a lot of our pregame stuff. We do a lot of our scouting and pregame planning from this area. We might do some team meals in this area, but big time on video, big time on just getting together as a group so we can become closer. This also gives you a good idea of some of the classrooms here at Nccc. You know, student to teacher ratio is about 18 to 1 at this point. But a lot of learning goes on in this room. You know, a couple different spots on campus just to kind of where student gatherings happen. This is a typical walk, like I said. We left practice, you're heading back to the dorms. And we'll kind of walk through kind of our older student center here. There's main cafeterias down here. Um, Bowling, if anyone's interested in bowling. Some of our guys compete at basically everything. You know, the student life has done a great job here, Student Senate, you know, bringing kids to events, creating events that kind of combine our events with their events is terrific. They're located out of here. We've had guys work for them out of work study. It's a great program. It gets them involved. It gets us in touch with what's going on with student life. The cafeteria is pretty empty today. Got your bookstore over there around the corner. You know, some of our guys get them online, some guys get them from the bookstore. It's all kind of preference. Lots of gear in there. We provide lots of gear for the team, so no reason to spend your Pell money on this stuff. You see the cafeterias here. There's a meal plan. There's a couple options online that you can check out. Public safety, you know, just here to you know, monitor and make sure that they're creating a safe atmosphere around here. We usually don't have too many problems. If we do, we you know, hold kids accountable. And if you walked right through these doors here, which I can't really do because I won't be able to get back in, but that's right where the dormitories are. Alliance Bank is on campus, so you can open up you know, a line of credit, put $10 in a savings account, and then as you get checks and things like that, you can cash them here at Alliance. You know, most of the building is 2 stories high. We'll go up here to kind of just give another couple of views. You know, there's little computer labs, there's little places for students to get on technology. This is one of those areas. And then, like, again, you know, you get a nice view of how far the dorms are away from campus. And then kind of a student center. All sorts of different events go on in this room. You know, another nice area that's open that allows our gym to be used for athletics, and they can do events here on campus. But we just left G building there. So this is E building, humanities and social sciences. You know, H building was all your phys ed classes, some of your recreation classes. Down in E building, you're going to get U.S. history classes, some of your communication classes, language classes. Some of the liberal arts classes are located in these areas here. So that's E building. The building's 2 stories high. For the most part, other than the library. So we'll head up to E building. And there's Professor Beeline's office. Once again, just humanities and social sciences. Great relationship with the teachers here. Here's the division office for humanities and social sciences. So when you have to meet with, you know, somebody, you'll see the schedule on here. And if you have to meet with the chairperson, they're willing to talk with you. They're willing to work with you. We're here to create a great college experience and get you your education. So as you leave E building, you're going to go right into the learning commons. These classrooms to our right were all redone. It's a $20 million facility. They upgraded the library. They created a spot for students to just kind of be involved during the day, in between classes. It's a commuter's campus, so there's 4,000 kids that commute here. Here's our wall of fame and our distinguished alumni. But here's the student center. Just redone, just opened up last fall. You can see there's a Tim Hortons, your meal plan works there as well. And then your library, your tutoring center would be located over here in this area. You know, we'll help guys find tutors. Being successful students helps us move you on, helps yourself move yourself on. The better your GPA and with NCAA requirements, it takes a lot of effort and energy academically to be able to get it done. The student center's been great. It wraps all the way around to the front side of the building. Like I said, it's kind of like a giant plaza. Distinguished alumni over here. A little outside atmosphere. And Library's 4 stories high, all sorts of different places out there. You can get tutors for your biology classes, tutors for general classes. We have a direct contact with, the monitor of the programs and the tutoring centers. So we'll head downstairs here. Beautiful building. Another computer area, e-commons. Having a history here myself over the last decade of knowing teachers and knowing kids that are 18, 19-year-old kids that need to move on, makes us well equipped to kind of handle the adversity that they're going to go through. Once again, you can enter the building from here. The dormitories are right in the back. We'll head down this way. So that was your Learning Commons tour there and libraries. I apologize not getting to the tutoring center. It's beautiful in there. But we'll have, all right, turn in the corner. That was your Learning Commons. Here's the basic layout of the campus as you guys hear me start saying, A building, B building, E building. It's right here. So turn, here's a wellness center. You got to get your shot records in. There's a school nurse on campus during hours. But getting your immunization records is a hold that you have, and they won't let you register classes without those. So that will lead you to the student center, back to the gymnasium. We're going to turn the corner here and head into A building. And Memorial Gardens. Beautiful spot to kind of just sit, create some atmosphere on campus. They've kind of changed as our program has changed. This thing is usually beautiful at this time of year. Due to nobody being on campus, it's a little behind, but it's grown up a lot like our program has. Oh, there's some life on campus.
Yeah, there's a couple people out here.
So here is A building. I apologize for no lights being on, but here you have some academic development where you're meeting with your advisors or you're trying to schedule your classes so they can keep you with your programs and taking the right classes. This is where a lot of this information comes from. As you pull up over here, financial aid, get that FAFSA, get that tap in. Up top, that's cashiers. Gentlemen, they really only want your money, and they're the ones that put holds on your account, but the financial aid is really important. Admissions and then records office. Admissions just wants your application. They need those transcripts in so they can set you up for what your classes are, get you accepted, and then everything will start linking up. Once you're accepted, then your financial aid statement will link up, and then we can talk about, the cost and everything like that that goes into, being a college student athlete. Testing center. If your grades don't meet the requirement, you have to take foundation classes so that we know that you're college ready. If you pass those, you get right into 101 classes. Those classes transfer out as credits so we can help move you on. If you don't, you end up in classes that catch you up. And then once they feel you're at that level, then we can enter you in 101 classes. Sometimes kids waste 9 credits. They're eligible to play, but they're not getting transferable credits. And now we're B building. Business building, your CIS, your computer information systems, your mathematics, business, accounting are all going to be in this area. There's some lecture halls in here. I can't really get in there now, but those are a little bit bigger than your normal classrooms. B building, we do study tables in here. We take advantage of the computers. We usually do 2 study tables a week for guys to keep them, you know what I mean, working together and everything like that. Keeping up with the academics is the biggest thing to move you on. We wrapped around over here to C building, just on the flip side of the memorial garden there. C is nursing, science, biolabs, chemistry labs. You know, to get to the next level, you got to have the core requirements, and you're going to have to take the science to do that. Really good nursing school, nursing program here. We haven't had any of mine. I know we've had softball and some of the volleyball girls become nurses, but we haven't had any come out of our program yet. So that's C building. Once again, we just ended up over here by the Wellness Center. So here we're at the front part of campus. You know, the shuttle. You'll be able to see where it leaves from here. There's a bus that, you know, takes you down to the shopping malls, to shopping centers, into Niagara Falls. You can catch a bus there from Buffalo if you need to, but just kind of the front side of campus there. So we walk up here. We're going to be coming back through the student center. The Learning Commons. Our IT job does a great job here. Yeah, once again, we kind of walk through the Learning Commons here. Front, main parking lot to athletics. Other side of this, but this is just E building. Humanities and social sciences. As we come down the ramp here, we're entering D building. It's where the auditorium is, some theaters, some art studios, some music studios. You know, we do classroom checks, so sometimes they got to come down this area. Some communication classes, maybe some language classes, speech. But this just kind of wraps around over to where the front of the building is. And this is where the auditorium is. We've done some of our banquets in here. They put on a couple plays throughout the year for students. Just creating more campus life for us to enjoy. Still in D building here. That's the other side of that auditorium. Which will bring us back around to the beginning of our tour and where athletics is. To athletics, and we'll head back around to my office.